So by now, I'm sure that everybody knows Leonard Williams had an amazing season for the Giants. Just to go through the raw stats real quick. 11 and a half sacks, 30 quarterback hits, 14 tackles for loss, and 57 total tackles. That's right in line. All those numbers are better than what Aaron Donald put out there this year, except he had 2 less sacks. But every other category, he exceeded what Aaron Donald did. And he's invaluable to the offense. He's invaluable to the defense. He's going to be super expensive, as he should be, but we absolutely have to bring this dude back into the fold. If it's him or Dalvin, if that's what it comes down to, as much as I want to keep Dalvin Tomlinson, you just simply can replace what Dalvin Tomlinson brings much more easily than you can ever replace a guy like Leonard Williams. This dude's a 300-pounder that can get after the quarterback and is just as good as a run stopper as you could ask for. And he's 26 years old. He's durable. He can play in multiple fronts. You can put him in any kind of front. You can stand him up and put him in the edge. You see here, this is a crazy play here. I mean, I love Dalvin Tomlinson, and I want to keep Dalvin Tomlinson because we drafted him. We've developed him. He's a leader. He's part of our culture. But Leonard Williams, I mean, look at him here. He gets down blocked, re-anchors, and gets back to this hole for no gain here against Chicago. There's just going to be so many things you'll see that this guy can do that not a lot of people in the NFL can do. You see here getting after the passer. No shot there. And if we bring in an edge player, whether that's the draft or find one in free agency, it'll only help the defense. It'll only help what we can do in the back end and get more aggressive. Because this guy rushing from the interior, if you have someone coming around the edge, he's just going to be a problem. Here, you got to love this. This is against Washington. You know, all the clips so far are pretty much, you know, our basic 3-4 fronts where he's in either a 6 or a 7-man front with his hand in the dirt. Here against Washington consistently, we stood him up as a traditional edge, and he did the job in the run and the pass. Here he takes on an offensive tackle, gets rid of him, sets the edge, and finishes the play. And I think a lot of what he did so well this year was just play within himself. Instead of trying to make these huge plays and chasing the stats that everybody hated on him for, you know, the knock was, you know, this guy can't get to the quarterback. His pressure numbers are there, but he never finishes. They said that he focused on finishing, but also just playing within himself here. So you'll see here the sneak route comes out on play action. Right here, understanding that we're in zone behind him, knowing I don't really need to tag that sneak route. He just sprints upfield to not let the quarterback get out. That doesn't guarantee he gets this sack. But he wasn't chasing the numbers, and I think that they did a good job coaching him in and just telling him to trust the process and trust his technique, and the numbers would come. And they definitely did. We definitely benefited, or he definitely benefited from some good coverage behind him. Here you see, bringing delayed blitz. That's a good play by Leonard Williams, but that's a coverage sack, and a lot of that stuff contributed to his lack of sack numbers throughout his career. Was the coverage behind him really wasn't there, and that's why he was always, you know, a very good defensive lineman in terms of pressure numbers. But when it comes to finishing plays, if the quarterbacks are getting out quick, it's going to be hard to get home. Here is just he splits this double team, and he's just not going to be stopped on his way to the quarterback. That has nothing to do with coverage. This guy just went out and got it done all season long. 11 and a half sacks. In some of the biggest games that we had, you know, he was the reason that we won those games. Here you go, another stunt. Comes inside, just gets rid of people. That one, there was some good coverage behind. They took away what Brandon Allen wanted to do. But, man, Leonard Williams just, again, here dealing with multiple people. You get the swim move off of the play action right at the snap. You get a quick swim move. Then you have the guard trying to help and the back trying to help. He still is able to split that. Keeps working. Get some pressure on Wilson, leads to an incompletion, a bad throw. It's hard to find this kind of production, this kind of athleticism, this kind of size and strength. They don't make human beings like this just walking around. This is an absolute must re-sign, even if it's at the cost of some other guys like a Dalvin Tomlinson, a Kyler Fackrell, even a Kevin Zeitler. Hopefully we're definitely going to be moving on from Nate Salter. We have to have Leonard Williams back. He's earned it. I don't think that he's going to just fall off once he gets the money. That's just me being optimistic. But it also seems like he really found a home with the Giants here. I'll show you about just playing within the scheme. You see him here communicating with Jabal Sheard, who's going to drop into coverage on this play. It looks like he's coming at first. Your traditional 4-down lineman. We're going to bring something exotic. You'll see 91 Jabal Sheard drop. So then Leonard Williams knows he's working outside. And being that it's Russell Wilson, they have a spy on him. You see late on the right side, they're going to blitz the nickel. That's Darnay Holmes. And then 48 is going to be the spy on Russell Wilson. So you see here, Leonard Williams simply just stands his man up, and he has contained. He knows he has contained. He's not trying to dip inside. He's not trying to get rid of that guy. He knows you have the spy, and as soon as the spy starts to come, then he knows, okay, now I can get off and just get outside. And they perfectly contain him. And that's not him chasing numbers. That's not him chasing the stats that are going to get him paid. He's just playing within the system. And once he is paid, you can make the argument that, once you have your bag, then you really don't need to chase the stats because you have the security, you have the financial security, so you can really play within the scheme. Here you show just a variety of pass moves. We've seen the bull rush. We've seen him really good on stunts. We've seen him rush from the inside, the outside, set the edge. Nice swim move there. Here's going to seal the game here up top. Perfectly executed stunt. And then he's got the athleticism and the length to finish. He's got an array of pass rush moves, whether that's clubs, rips, bull rushes, spin moves. This guy can do it all in terms of stopping the run and getting after the quarterback consistently. He sets the edge, and he can just plug things up in the middle. And also the scheme versatility, as we showed before, with him standing up or putting his hand on the dirt right here. This is your typical 3-4 look with the 3-down lineman and 2 flanking linebackers. And here you're going to see against a really good Cleveland team, especially up front, tight ends cannot block Leonard Williams. And these down blocks are just not an option when you play the Giants, when you have these defensive linemen up front. Like I said, I hate to lose Dalvin Tomlinson, but it's not even a question in my mind. If it comes down to them two, it's Leonard Williams all day long. Another thing, he plays a significant amount of more snaps than Dalvin Tomlinson, who averages around like the mid-30s of snaps per game, where Leonard Williams is consistently playing in the upper 40s or lower 50s in terms of snap counts. Just showing great technique, great athleticism, great strength. You see here, I think this Justin Pugh against the Cardinals. Hands inside, and just he has you right there, arms extended, peeking into the backfield. That's exactly how you coach it up on the tackling, on the blocking sleds, on the tackling sleds. Get up under it, lift it up, extend your arms, and then you're peeking left and right, and you're 2-gapping this. Once you see where the running back's going, you get rid of your guy and you finish. That's elite level defensive line play. And it's not just he's big and fast and strong. He really has a plan, and he knows what he's doing out there. And that is just hard to find. Like I said, this guy's 300 pounds, and he's super athletic. You see here against the Cowboys. Nice little club move to get it through. Get your hands up. Makes a great play there against Dallas. And you can tell he just loves playing on this squad. He loves bringing it every single week for us. He shows up. He's consistent. He was durable, and he just brought it every single game. I never thought of Leonard Williams as a guy who took plays off or didn't give us everything he's got. And then on top of all that, they say that he's a joy to be around in the locker room. He's good for the culture. He's just a home run, and you have to bring this guy back after trading for him. You'll see here. I'll show you some more of the. I'll show you a swim move here. Gets right in there, and then you see if you have an edge player right here, Cam Brown does a good job, and you put this guy inside. There's not many guards that are blocking this guy one-on-one. If he can consistently just rush from the inside, if we bring somebody off the edge, it can really, really be a problem for quarterbacks, especially when we have to rush more traditionally instead of scheming up exotic blitzes late in games when they're in a hurry up. Those are when the games are won and lost. If you have this guy coming from the interior with a legit edge rusher coming off the edge, that pocket is going to be a dangerous place more often than not. Because this guy's special, man. Leonard Williams is a monster. You see in Dallas, he was huge with 3 sacks, a tip ball, and then at the end, he had the pressure to basically win the game. And Xavier McKinney picked off Andy Dalton. You'll see here, with his hand in the dirt on the end, on the right end. Just a bull rush all the way, walks his man back to Andy Dalton. No chance there. Great technique, great strength, super athletic. Here, they leave him unblocked. Can't do that. Just incredible speed and get off for a guy that size. It shows that off there. And then here on the final play, again, you'll see kind of more of the same when they run the stunt up top here. You're going to run this stunt with Kyler Fackrell. Once Fackrell goes inside, he knows I can't let Andy Dalton get outside of me, especially at the end of the game when you're going to be scrambling around looking for something to uncover downfield. And he does a good job to stay disciplined, then get rid of his guy, and has the length and athleticism to affect that throw. And if not for Doug Peterson, we have a chance to go to the playoffs. I don't think it's a question. I think you bring Leonard Williams back 10 times out of 10 after a year like this. Let me know what you guys think. I don't think that the price tag, it's going to be in the 20s, 20 per year. I don't think we're getting a discount just because he likes playing on our defense. You're going to have to pay this guy at 26 years old. This is going to be what sets him up for the rest of his life. And I really don't care what he asks for. I think you bring Leonard Williams back. You lock him up. Do whatever you got to do. Let me know if you guys disagree. Let me know if there's a scenario you see where, you're not, you could rationalize not bringing him back to the defense. But I think that this guy's a special football player, and he's hitting his stride within our scheme, and we're bringing Patrick Graham back also. And I think the sky's the limit for him, heading into next season. All right, let me know what you guys think. Go Giants.